Yo, what's cracking everyone? Ericship 111 here, and we are back with another episode of Hidden Secrets, Easter eggs, and glitches on Forza Horizon 5. So for those who are new to my channel and don't know what this series is, well, this is a series where you, the subscribers, send me interesting things that you have found in Forza Horizon 5, and the ones which are the most unique and haven't yet been showcased on my channel will get a chance of being featured in a future episode. To send me the things that you have found, you can either write them down in the comment section below or direct messaging them to me through Instagram, Twitter, or Xbox, either by describing it or in video form. Please just make sure that it is in the best quality possible so it can be included in a future video. All of the links will be down in the description below. So without further ado, here are 7 new secrets, Easter eggs, and glitches that were recently discovered in Forza Horizon 5. Starting off with number 1, different sound effects. So one improvement that I'm sure many hardcore Horizon players would have noticed is the car sound effects in Forza Vista mode. In previous Horizon titles like Horizon 3 and Horizon 4, when you implode or explode the doors of any vehicles in the game, the sound effects all sound the exact same. However, in Horizon 5, Playground Games have expanded upon some of the audio effects, especially with the doors. With modern or most cars in the game, the doors will sound like this. However, if you choose an old vintage car, this is how opening and closing the doors will sound. Did you notice the subtle creak in the audio? Pretty cool, and a nice little additional detail that Playground Games added to include more depth to the older classics in Forza Vista mode. A huge shout out to Joe_M121 from Instagram for sharing this little detail with all of us. Thank you. Number 2, red blocks. So since the launch of Horizon 5, many players have come across these red cubes with a letter A scattered all over the entire map. Now these cubes are usually not the easiest things to find and are often hidden beneath tree roots or hiding somewhere in a grassy area. Unfortunately though, these cubes do not have a hitbox, so if you were to drive towards them, you will simply go straight through. And this is a very important distinction because some players within the community suspect that these red cubes have a special meaning or even possibly some sort of Easter egg behind it. However, this is sadly not the case. All of the cubes found literally have no meaning to them, at least within the game, but a couple of guesses as to why these cubes do exist. According to one Reddit user, he believes that these cubes are used during development as in-game objects to store level data or activate triggers and is supposed to be invisible, which I actually believe is the most plausible explanation. Others have suggested that it could be assets in the game that have not properly loaded. No one exactly knows what these red cubes are and what role they truly played during the developmental phase of Horizon 5, but if you guys have any clues or might want to take a guess, share it with us down in the comment section below and maybe we can get a developer to answer the question for us sometime in the future. Number 3, AI loses control. Here's a very interesting clip from a subscriber, and I guess it highlights how the drop-in, drop-out massive multiplayer online world has issues as opposed to having private lobbies like we did back in Horizon 3. But anyways, here's the clip. As we can see, the driver is just free roaming, minding his own business, and as he approaches this 4-wheel drive sharing the same lane as him, all of a sudden it starts spinning out as if some invisible force has just ran right through it. It turns out that was pretty much the case. You see, if we take a closer look at the clip right after the 4-wheel drive spins out, if we look at the minimap on the bottom left corner, you can see an online driver pop up, and as the player pans behind, you can also see a gamer tag appear too, which means that the other online driver was present the entire time. It's just that until they were both within proximity, they finally both became visible to one another. To be honest, this whole MMO world, it just doesn't work in the Horizon franchise. I don't know, maybe the servers are bad, but all it has done is created more issues than it has improving upon the Horizon experience. But I'll elaborate more on that in a future video. But anyways, a huge shout out to Holden Addiction from Xbox for sharing this with all of us. Thank you. Number 4, good displacement. I know by now most of you probably know this, as this Nissan Fairlady Z Forza Edition was recently available to purchase through the Forzathon shop twice during December. But for those who do not know about this small bug, once you are in this car, go to the upgrades menu and head down towards the displacement tab. So as you can see right now, the car has a cubic capacity of 3,799. However, once we begin to upgrade the engine block to a sport or race variant, you can see that the displacement of this Forza Edition Fairlady reaches numbers that are just impossible to fit within the engine bay. Look, I understand that this isn't the most exciting bug to discover in Horizon 5, but for sure this has to be one of the easiest ones to amend, as I would like to know how big my engine actually is with all of these upgrades. Number 5, a random can. Here's an interesting clip that was sent in by one of you who is a part of Team Ericship in Horizon 5, and I don't think I can honestly say I've seen any other clip like this before. I'm not sure if it's a bug or a glitch or something that was part of the game. Perhaps some of you may be able to answer this after the clip has been shown, but as you can see, this player somehow encountered one of the huge inflatable cans that is usually only seen in the Baja circuit, but for some reason this one is just sitting here on its own in the middle of the street. Super strange. And has anyone else watching experienced something similar to this, where a prop or item was found somewhere where it shouldn't been? Anyways, a huge shout out to Adrift from Xbox for sharing this with all of us. Thank you. Number 6, Top Gear and the Zenvo. Alright, so recently on YouTube, Top Gear released a car review of the Zenvo TSR-S. Now, the car review itself was very good and I certainly enjoyed it, but peeling back to the process on what it actually takes to produce a high quality car review, some of the things that many of you do not realize is that the same drive or shot is often repeated multiple times so that different camera angles can be captured, and also car sounds are recorded using different methods so that each different car sound can match up to the specific shot during post editing. Now, there is a lot more to it, I'm just giving you all a general idea. Now, the reason why I'm mentioning this is because in the beginning of the Top Gear Zenvo review, there is one part where you can easily tell that the car sounds was taken directly from Forza Horizon 5. Take a listen. Also, if you listen carefully, you can even hear the checkpoint sound and crowd cheering in the background too. But the biggest giveaway for many of us was the backfire. Horizon 5 has a very distinctive backfire sound effect, and the one in the Top Gear review sounded exactly like a carbon copy. And I highly doubt that if they were to record the actual car sound from the Zenvo, that they will get this specific backfire noise. I guess the Horizon series has come a long way from Horizon 4, having a Dodge Viper sounding like a 9-cylinder tractor, to now having their exhaust sounds used in car reviews. Good job, Playground Games. And lastly, number 7, more car leaks. So for those who remember back in Horizon 4, towards the end of 2019, a user from GT Planet leaked a bunch of cars that were hidden in the folders. There were over 120 cars in that particular leaked list, and majority of them actually ended up being featured in Horizon 4 later on, meaning that this user is a very credible source when it comes to predicting and leaking future cars within the Horizon series. Well, just recently, the same user dug up some more files in regards to Horizon 5, and more hidden cars were buried inside the game files. Now, I won't go through all the cars from this particular leaked list, as there are a lot of them, but I will put a link to the forum post down in the description below if you want to check it out. But some interesting things should be noticed within the car list. For example, there seems to be a return of racing cars, which was a very welcomed feature back in Horizon 3, and also Alfa Romeo looks to be hidden in the game. Now, this doesn't necessarily mean that the cars are confirmed for Horizon 5 in the future, but it could be a good reference of what we could expect down the line. What do you think of this leaked list? I don't think it's too bad. So there we have it guys, 7 new hidden secrets, Easter eggs and glitches that we have found in Forza Horizon 5. Anyways, if you guys did enjoy this video, please make sure to smash the thumbs up button as it really does help me out. And also, if you guys would like to see more Forza Horizon 5 content right here on this channel, make sure to click the subscribe button with notifications turned on. That way you won't ever miss out on another video that goes live, and I hope to see you guys in the next video. Peace.